Thank you for joining us as we explored the history of women in sport.
Hello, I'm Jack Haler, and today we'll be exploring the history of women in sport. Today we'll have various interviews as well as a historical breakdown. Enjoy. The first time women participated in modern Olympic games such as tennis, sailing, golf, crochet and many more was the 1900 Paris Olympics. The women's Norwich football team was founded in 1982 by Maureen Martin, but formally integrated into the Norwich City FC in February 2022. But first, we need to take ourselves back to 1921, when women's football was banned for 50 years up until 1971. However, it was lifted due to pressure from the Women's Football Association. In 2022, the Lionesses won the 2023 Euros on home soil. This broke several records, including the audience numbers of 365 million.
Howdy there, Twin. So, do you watch women's football or any type of women's sport?
No, not really. You see, I would watch more sport, but you see the game's gone. Game's gone, not coming back now.
Yes, I do watch women's football.
Yeah, I watch the football, I watch the Euros. I sometimes watch WSL because I support Man United, so both teams, for my sins. Yeah, and I watch some of the European and World Championships, athletics, things like that. I don't watch any golf or anything like that. No.
No, but then I don't watch much sport generally.
I do sometimes, yeah, a little bit of women's football.
How much of an impact do you think women in sport have on people?
I think it depends on whether it's successful or not. I think the more successful the teams are, then yeah, I think it's like any sport. If it's successful, then it's have an impact. Whether it's women or men's, I think it's just about the same.
I think it has a massive impact because the women in sport are inspiring the younger generation and younger girls and letting them know that it is possible for them to play whatever sport they want.
Yo, things had plenty of impact, especially on young ladies who want to be footballers, yeah.
Massive impact, yeah, it's very empowering. It teaches you that whether you're male or female, if you're good at a sport, you're good at something, just go for it. If you're skilled, go for it.
Hi Andy, how are you?
Not bad, how are you, Daz?
I'm good, thank you. As a manager, how important is it to you that the girls feel confident in themselves on the pitch?
I think it's everything. The way that they feel is an extension of how they play. So if they're feeling good, they're going to play well, and that's exactly what I would want them to do. I'd encourage them to try and speak to me about anything they want. Obviously, it could be football, it could be anything, and hopefully we can help them in any way, shape or form, really. So yeah, how they're feeling is an extension of them. So yeah, I would want them to make sure that they're in their best place possible in their mind.
How important do you think it is for women or girls to be able to play any sport they want?
Same as a boy at any age, they've got to be able to play, they must have access, and I think the most important thing, which is happening a lot now, is people can see them play. You've seen the Roses win the World Cup with the rugby, in around Norfolk and Norwich. You'll see ourselves playing at Carrow Road and seeing the girls play there, but then nationwide you've got Arsenal at the Emirates and the Lionesses doing what they can do on the world stage. So it's important that all teams, all sports, and young girls can see their heroes play, and then hopefully try and emulate them like the boys have done for decades.
If you were to manage a men's team, would there be a difference in your approach to how you would manage them?
No. The conversations would be different because of the people that are in front of me, and that would be it. But that comes down to personality. That comes down to the individuals that you're working with. But the way that I manage and the way that I work, I don't see there being a difference. I don't see them as a different. I see them as footballers first and foremost, and then speak to them as people after that. So yeah, it's one where you need to make sure that, as you've said in your first question, that they're feeling good and they're healthy and they're in a good place, and yeah, hopefully that'll be an extension. So yeah, I wouldn't change if I was working as a men's head coach.
What made you choose to manage a women's team?
Opportunity. I applied and I've interviewed for several jobs on the male side of the game, the female side of the game, and I've been fortunate to get the opportunity to have in the women's game. And I've loved every minute of it. So yeah, it's just been the opportunity that's been afforded to me through the successful interviews I've had in the female game. But I have had interviews in the men's game, I've had jobs in the men's game and at different levels, and yeah, it's just the opportunities I've taken.
Where do you see women's football to be in the next 5 to 10 years?
I think it'll be, the growth will probably see leagues getting bigger. I would imagine TV there'll be more exposure for ourselves, for other teams nationally on television, and then I think the last one would be the amount of people that come into games. So ourselves, we had 3,500 the other week at Carrow Road, so if I think that would maybe get to double figures in the next 5 to 10 years, then that'll be a fantastic place for the game to go. And you've got to think that the league, WSL, has only been professional since 2011, so you know it's only sort of 15 years professional. I think you put another 10 years on that, it'll have been around for a quarter of a century at that point.
Recording.
Right.
Always recording.
Hi Holly, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Are you?
Good, thank you. How important is it to you for women and girls to be able to play sports?
I think it's really important. I think getting more people involved in sports is like a main thing of like getting actually people to take part and stuff.
Yeah. Did you have any female role models growing up, and how did they help shape you today?
Growing up, I wouldn't really say a female role model, but the person I'd look up to like now would be like Kirsty Lavelle, because like her mannerisms and stuff are just amazing.
How would you like to be remembered on the pitch?
Just as someone who someone can look up to, pretty much.
What is your biggest success so far?
I'd either say when I was with Forest and we got promoted to champ, or when I was at Leicester and we won the plate and the county cup.
Yeah, perfect, thank you Holly.
Thank you.
How important is it to you for women and girls to be able to play sports?
Yeah, I think it's really important. I think when I was younger, a bit younger, I was like one of the only girls who was playing football, and I think it's so good to see now that there's so many like young girls and young boys that are playing sports, not just football but loads of different sports. So I think it's really important, and obviously the success with the like Lionesses and the Red Roses at the weekend, I think all that like publicity and the growth of the game really helps for young girls to get involved.
Did you have any female role models growing up, and how did they help shape you as a player?
Yeah, I think my footballing role model growing up was probably Steph Houghton, just because she was England captain at the time, and like I saw her playing football and was like inspired by her. But I think there's so many in football, there's so many like everyone, all our teammates, everyone we play with, like I think everyone's inspirational and role models in their own ways. So I think it's kind of part of being part of a team that it's kind of our job to inspire each other and help each other get better as players and people.
How would you like to be remembered on the pitch?
I think I'd like to be remembered as someone who works hard, gives everything for the club that I play for, obviously scores a few goals and helps keep clean sheets and makes big tackles and good headers, and just someone that looks like they really want to play for the club.
What is your biggest success so far?
I think I've played against some good teams. So one year we got to I think round of 16 in the FA Cup, so we played at Arsenal. So testing myself against like players like Miedemar and like Blackstenius was like a good challenge for me, and like something that I think is a success because it kind of shows how far I've come.